Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Sukadev Goswami says, O King Parikshit, whatever kind of karma one does, one has to experience the consequences. If somebody does good karma, then consequences are good, goes to heaven after death and enjoys there. But those who break the laws of God written in the scriptures and do whatever they wish like doing, whatever makes them feel good doing it, they pay for consequences in hell, experience miseries. Whatever one feels good, that activity may not be as per the wish of God. As a human being, must follow wish of God. Whatever you feel good, that is not correct. Whatever God feels good, that is good, and that you must do. Those who do not care about scriptural injunctions, I don't care what happens to me after death. Who sees what happens after death? Such class of men, people, are taken to hell after their death to suffer. Before one's death and after one's death, the laws of God prevail. Man proposes, God disposes. You cannot do what you want to do because consequences are there, because He is watching. Karmana daivanetrena. Daivanetra, the vision, sight of Vidhata, the rules of Him prevail. The place we cannot see, our say don't work there. Even our say don't work here all the time. We want to be happy always. Our say don't work. We are forced miseries upon, some kind of bad experiences, mental tension is forced. We don't want it. So our say don't work even before death. So who are we to say beyond our death that our say will work there? Not possible. Rules of divinity, divine authority works everywhere, before death or after death. Therefore, following His rules is the best. Parikshit, Sukadev Goswami says, O King Parikshit, those who commit violence against other living entities, they are thrown in the Andhakupa hell after their death. When person dies, such people who committed violence against other living entities, the messengers of Yamaraj take that person and makes him fall into the Andhakupa hell, where they torment him in many, many ways. Whomever he had killed for his pleasure, because he enjoyed, they are available there and they bite him, take pieces out of him, and he cries there miserably, and no pity is shown to him or her. They remain restless and toss around everywhere, screaming hard. nobody listens. They get more punishment. Sukadeva Goswami further says, O King Parikshit, those who do not follow the rules of their income stated in the scriptures means when income comes monthly, weekly or yearly and do not divide it properly, appropriately for sadhus, Brahmins and God, or give to God alone where sadhus and Brahmanas will automatically take part. Such class of people are thrown in Krumi Bhojana hell. One should not eat their income by themselves. One should divide it. Give some portion to God fixed. Scriptures, they say 50% must give. At least give 15% of your income. So you are not thrown in Krumi Bhojana hell after your death. Because you look like a devotee or you chant Hare Krishna, that's why you can break the law of your income. That is not correct. Because you look like a devotee, that's why God thinks you are a devotee, or Yamaraj thinks you are a devotee. No. You have to follow the laws of God. God says 50% of your incoming money or goods must be given in the name of God. I say because of Kali Yuga, 50% person cannot afford. We say 15%. Give, not less. If you lost your job, then you get the unemployment. Give 15% from that. Or you have deposit bonds in the bank, whatever comes, give 15% from them. That. You have made a trust because you are very rich. Give interest coming from there, 15% of their income. That is to be given. If you got grains coming from agricultural farm, give 15% of your earning in the name of God, like that. This Krumi Bhojana is 800,000 miles. 800,000 miles wide and length, circumference. 800,000, 100 yojanas. Sanskrit, yojana means 8 miles. 100 yojanas, 800,000 miles. That big. And it's filled with worms and carnivorous entities. It's like a lake of worms, and you are thrown inside. Whew. Can you imagine? And you just broke a law of not giving portion of your income in the name of God, and you go and fall there and being bitten by those worms, and you have to eat them there, because when you cry, your mouth is open. When you scream there, because everybody is biting from every side of the body, then worms go inside, that's what you have to eat. Why you want to get tormented there in Krumi Bhojana hell? Give your portion to God. Live simply, eat simply, and give it to God. Like Lochan Das here, takes care of me thoroughly. Whatever I need, he will give. Society does not pay for my care. If I need post, something to be mailed, something I need ink for my computer, printer, or anything I need, he will take care. He gives 50% of his income, 50. Because mortgage, loans, gas and electric. Everything has to be paid. He pays. Society does not pay. Why you have to be tormented there? Give it to God and then enjoy in heaven. If not, go to God. Get moksha. Therefore, whatever income comes, please follow. Like Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, Yajñasishta sinasanto muchyante sarvakil vishai. If you offer portion of yours in the pleasure, for the pleasure of God, then muchyante sarvakil vishai becomes free from sins. Give it to God. Yagyarthat karmano nyatra lokoyam karmavandhana. If somebody does not give to God their portion, then he remains tied to the cycle of birth and death. Why we have to remain there? Just give it to God. You were born empty-handed anyway. You will die, take nothing of yours, so-called yours. Why you cannot give it to God? You give it to a place where the leaders live very clean life and chant the holy name of the Lord. Give it to a Brahmin who has a clean tradition and a devotee of the Lord. Then you get benefit. Sukadeva Goswami further says, O king, even though there is no emergency, you are not in a big problem, and you rob, take away or usurp Brahmana's wealth, valuables, you are thrown into Sadansa hell. Lord Krishna says in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Swadattam paradattam va yo haranti brahma vruttaya. Either you have given to the Brahmana or somebody else given to the Brahmana. That belongs to Brahmana. And you usurp that. Sasti sahasra varshani. 60,000 years you suffer in Sadansa hell. Vishtaya jayate krumi. After suffering in Sadansa hell, you take birth in the stool as a worm. Can you imagine that? And you have no difficulty. If you have difficulty, you ask the Brahmin, please give me. Why you break and take? Brahmanas, neither directly nor indirectly, you can take, cannot take Brahmavrutti. Brahmavrutti means wealth of a Brahmin, possession of the Brahmin. There, in Sadansa hell, the messengers of Yamaraj, they burn him with red hot iron plates. They burn his body and then take a tongue and pull out the burnt skin. They pull. What can he do there? Except cry, scream. Who listens to his cry? He has done whatever he should not be doing. He did it, so he has to pay for it. Next, Sukadeva Goswami says, O king Parikshit, one who copulates with uncopulable woman. A woman cannot be copulated with, and he copulates. That person is taken after their death to Tapta Surmi hell, where he is whipped very hard and he cries, and they force him to embrace a red-hot iron woman. Red-hot iron woman. They have to embrace. There is no other way. There is no other choice except embracing. You did that. And if you enjoyed unenjoyable men, then you are taken to the same hell and forced with the whips. Iron red hot men. What can you do then? There is no help. You cannot ask for help. Who are these unenjoyable people? They are agamya purusho narya, hastagraham binakhila, narya gamya tatha sarva bina pani grahanam ka, whom you are not married with. Who are you? Who is your own mother, birth-giving mother, birth-giving father, sister born from the same mother, brother born from the same mother, daughter born from you, or son born from you, granddaughter or grandson, mother-in-law or father-in-law, and outcast, Malaicha Yavana, such class of person, and Vaishya means prostitute, are called uncopulable. These are uncopulable. You should not copulate with them because you cannot marry them. Who married? Sin married. Mrityu. Brothers, sisters are married. The human being have fructified intelligence, their improved intelligence. They should discriminate whom to copulate with, whom they should not copulate. Undiscriminately having intercourse is not allowed in the scriptures. If one does so, O Parikshit Maharaj, they are thrown in Vajra Kantaka Salmali hell. Because such people have no discrimination. They even have sex with animals. So such class of people are thrown in Vajra Kantaka Salmali hell. That is called a silk cotton tree which has thorns as hard as thunderbolt. When you touch them, they pierce, they pain like a cobra bite. And such people who have sex without discrimination, even with the animals, they are taken after death to that hell and whipped there to climb up to the tree. Whipped hard, and they have to climb on the tree. And then they drag him down. So get cut with those hard, thunderbolt-like, nails-like thorns, very sharp, piercing. The body becomes torn by doing so, and they do it again and again, again and again. O King Parikshit, those who are born in high-class families, they have their governing rules on dignity of that tradition. If such class of people keep dogs as a pet in the house, or keep donkey and animals in the barn, and go for hunting a pleasure trip and they hunt rabbits or deer, harmless creatures. Such people are thrown in the Vaitarani hell river. This river is like a trench or a moat to hell, flows around. It is filled with stool, urine, pus, blood, hairs, bone, mucus and marrow. Has many, many worms and entities which live on eating flesh. Carnivorous entities. And they are thrown in that. You call yourself aristocratic, then you should not keep dog or cat in the house. Should not have donkeys and camels in the barn. Should not have horses there. Maybe a horse may be allowed. So, they are thrown there, and these entities which he had killed, you see, they bite him, and he has to live eating mucus, stool, urine, everything goes in the mouth. Why you have to do like that? And he don't die because subtle body does not die. How can you die there? You cannot die, just suffer. You are meant to suffer there. You are taken there to suffer, not to kill. So you cannot die. Because the law of God is that subtle body don't die. Law of God is that you are taken to hell for suffer, not for death. You have to pay and suffer for your consequences of sinning. Miserably suffers, tormented up to the max. How to protect yourself from falling into Vaitarani, hell, river? The Garuda Purana says you must do Vitarana. If you do Vitarana while alive, you cannot go to Vaitarani, not possible. Even if you are a sinner. By mistake you did sin. You do Vitarana. What is Vitarana? It says, Danam Vitaranam Proktam Tena Sa Tiryate Tataha Vaitarani Tata Prokta Godanena Vishesataha. If you give a milking cow with a calf to an authentic Brahmana, born in a tradition of Brahmana, lives clean life, a Vaishnava, that charity is called Vitarana. Anything you give to a pure traditional Brahmana Vaishnava, that is called Vitarana. You cannot go to hell. Not possible. If scriptures are correct, you cannot go to hell. Whatever you did, all gone, finished. Just see. If you are lucky, you will believe, you will follow, you will do it. If you are unfortunate, doesn't matter how many times you hear, you will not follow. If you gave a milking cow to a Brahmin and gave food, sufficient maintenance for the cow, because Brahmana should not be burdened with the cow. So you supply everything required for the cow. Then you cannot fall in Vaitarani river. Not possible. Like that. So, then he says, O king, those who do not care about their purity or good conduct do not follow any scriptural rules, and enjoy the person born in an unclean dynasty, dynasty which eats meat and drinks wine, takes intoxication since generations coming down like that. Then that person is thrown in Puyo, the hell. The hell is named as Puyoda. If he's a man, he developed a connection, established a connection with a lady who is born in unclean dynasty and not a devotee, or if he's a woman, becomes connected with a man who is not born in clean dynasty, born in unclean dynasty, and is not yet a devotee, then you are thrown in Puyo the hell. And that Puyo the hell is filled with mucus, stool and urine. It's like a pond. There, such person eats such disgusting items and is forced to eat and is beaten because lady born in unclean dynasty is called Brushali in Sanskrit. Brushali means a female born in a very unclean dynasty, lives very unclean habits. And same is with man, because I am a man, that's why I talk about man all the time. So like that. You have to think other ways too. Such coin has two sides. When I am talking male, there is also same rules for female. Who are the Brusalis? Who are the unclean to be not copulated with? There are 5 of them. Outside those who are born in unclean dynasty, they are called Brusali. But these are called equal to Brusali, these 5 of them. Who are those? Vaishya, number 1 is prostitute. Vaishya, Sati cha, Dasi cha, Kumari, Syad, Rajaswala, these 5 of them. Vaishya, Sati cha, Dasi cha, Kumari, Syad, Rajaswala, Sangrahita cha ya, Bharya, Brushali, Pancha Prakirtita. These are 5. They are not Brushalis, but they are called copulating equal, get result equal to copulating with Brushali, means born in unclean dynasty, lady. Who are those 5? Number 1 is prostitute, who cannot live with one man. Every day wants different one. That is called Vaishya. Number 1 is Vaishya. You copulate with Vaishya, you get result of copulating with a woman who is born in unclean dynasty. Sati, second. Sati means chaste woman who had never touched another man besides her own husband. That you rape her, by force you break her. Do against her will. That is also called you are enjoyed. Then you reap the result of enjoying a Brusali. Means, even though she is not Brusali, still you get the result because you broke her chastity. See? 2. Three is dasi, maid servant. Maid servant is not to be touched because she is employed. She cannot be used like a female. So if you enjoyed a maid servant, you get result of enjoying Bruce Lee, born in unclean dynasty. Then Kumari means virgin girl, a girl which is not reached puberty, broke her poverty. Then you get the result of enjoying a Bruce Lee, born in unclean dynasty. You get result, even though they are not born, they are not low class. Still, you get the result. You're talking about consequences. Then, fifth one is Rajaswala, one who is passing through menstrual period. When female is going through menstrual period, you cannot touch her. Not possible. So if you do so, you get result, consequences for enjoying Bruce Lee like that. There are many rules we must follow. O King Parikshit, such people are thrown in Puyoda, hell, where they are whipped and tormented in many ways, eating disgusting items, stool, urine and mucus. My goodness. Next, if person is a Brahmin, pure Brahmin, and he keeps a dog in the house and he goes for hunting, Brahmin should not do, or any high class person, or whoever thinks is a civilized person, that person should not keep in the house dog or cat, or enjoy other living entities, because they are thrown after death into prana rodha, hell, where Yamadutas target him with sharp arrows and shoot him. Sharp arrows. See? Why you have to go through all that? Let us stop here. Be devotee. Nice devotee. God will love you. Guru will love you. You will become very close devotee to God and Guru. You will be blessed. All your sins will be forgiven. Let us become devotee. Thank you very much.